So I've seen a lot of people in the Bitwig community requesting a dedicated comping tool for Bitwig, and I find that the ability to comp takes using Bitwig's existing toolset is actually not too bad. So I just wanted to quickly show my preferred workflow with that. So I've got a little tutorial project set up here with a drum loop on one track and a second track set up to take input from my microphone. So I'm going to be recording some vocals onto that track. But before I do that, what I'm going to want to do is stick that in a group track, rename that group track to Vox. Then I'm going to want to go ahead and duplicate that audio track as many times as I need takes. So if I think I can knock out this performance in 3 takes, I'll just duplicate it twice. So now what I'm going to do is record my takes into each of those 3 identical tracks sequentially. This is take 1. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm just going to page down, select my next track in the list. Oh, but before I do that, I'm just going to want to disable that first track so I don't hear it. Okay, now we can move on. This is take 2. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay, and I'm using the keyboard shortcut Alt-A to disable these clips temporarily. Okay. This is take 3, and I'm done. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. So now what I can do is just audition these takes separately by disabling and enabling each one individually. This is take 3, and I'm done. Okay, beautiful. So I think that I'm going to want, when I say the word this, I'm going to want to take that from take 3. So what I can do in that case is just grab my knife tool, and if I make a cut on the group track up here, that cut is going to ripple down through all of the clips within that group. So what I can do is just Alt-click and drag on this bottom track here in order to resize it so I can see all of those waveforms a little more clearly, make my editing task a little bit easier. And now with that knife tool selected, I'm going to use the Shift modifier to temporarily disable Snap to Grid. And after the word this, in the pause between that word and the next few words, I'm just going to click on that group track and divide all of those takes accordingly. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and disable the second part of that take. So I'm only hearing the first word from the third take. Now let's say I want the next few words of the first take. Of course, I can do the same thing, select my knife tool, and in fact, let's see. Let's audition that to see where we want to make that cut. Is take 1. Yes, it is. All right, so after I say take 1, I'm going to want to keep that part. So I'm going to cut right here, and again, disable the bit that I don't need. And let's say I like this part of the second take. Now that I have these individual chunks enabled, this is going to sound like, when I play it back from the beginning, one single beautiful continuous performance. So let's just hear that. This is take 1. Oh yeah. Okay, maybe could be better, but it'll do. Now, what I can do is if I want to now consolidate this edit into a single audio file and a single audio track, and I don't want all of these extra takes sitting around clogging at my hard drive, what I can do to clean this up a little bit is I can just collapse that and use my time selection tool to select this whole region on that Vox track, and just right click that and bounce, and these settings look okay. So now they've been synthesized, they've been compiled into one single audio take, and I'm just going to delete this group track. And now what I can do is if I go to my project panel in the Files tab, if I go ahead and delete unused, That's going to get rid of everything that's not currently being used, all of the audio files in my project that are not currently being used, and I don't need any of these. So I'm just going to hit OK, and we're done.